got superimposed above it is an EKG. What they have below it is end diastolic and end systolic volumes and the filling period between the two. Now, I'm going to go back one slide, and I never know where the damn clicker, that's me. Half of the class I'm wandering aimlessly because they don't know where I left. And what, I just wanted to show you a bigger magnification. When you're about halfway through the P wave, you're getting most of the sodium conductance across the atrium. That's causing depolarization starting here at the synatrial node and then extinguishing itself at the end of the atria. But halfway through the P wave is where you start to see the beginnings of muscle contraction. That's why atrial systole is starting there after electrical conductance. Halfway through the QRS, thanks to the Purkinje fibers being so fast, you now get the release of the sodium followed by the calcium and ventricular systole. There. You can't just say ventricular systole is in the QRS, because it goes a little bit longer, almost all the way through the T wave.
Ventricular systole is the only time that there's blood pumping to the heart, is that what you said?
No. Ventricular diastole.
Diastole.
You have to have the semilunars closed to open the ports to enter into the right and left coronary.
Okay.
So during injection, systole, everything's covered up by the flaps.
Right.
Okay? Now, we're going back, and there it is smaller, but as atrial systole starts, that's where you see the slight increase in pressure where you're pumping the last 30% blood. You can't do a PQRS on a cardiac cycle. Does that answer your question? It's amazing how much information they got on one page. Okay, because here you've got most of the passive filling, but the last bit of blood at the end of ventricular diastole was through systole, the pushing the blood from the atria during its contraction. That got me up to my 120 or 130. Then when I go through, there's a plateau at the beginnings of ventricular systole, that's isovolumetric, so both doors are closed, and then I do ejection and come down to end diastolic. They crammed a whole bunch. That's why I said, I just wanted to concentrate on the first one.
I'm just going to keep them separate.
I would. That's why I took you through an hour of, this is what's going on in the thymus, this is what's going on in whatever